Hi, third graders. It's Valerie from the Putnam County Library. And today we are going to talk about an author and a genre. And that way we can give you a book collection and you guys can choose your own books and then we can check those out to you. This month's author is Jon Scieszka. And Jon Scieszka is known most for his ability to write picture books. And basically, a lot of times it's a story that he's spun in a different way. And so he did like the true story of the Three Little Pigs, and this one right here, The Stinky Cheese Man, and Other Fairly Stupid Tales. This is what he's known for the most. Okay, so a little bit about Jon Scieszka. Jon Scieszka isn't afraid to turn a fairy tale out or introduce beef snack sticks into his stories. With titles like Math Curse, Science Verse, and Summer Reading is Killing Me, Scieszka knows how to tell a good story, get a good laugh, and engage a reluctant reader. He and illustrator Lane Smith have collaborated on a number of best-selling picture books, including The True Story of the Three Little Pigs that I mentioned earlier, and of course, Stinky Cheese Man. In 2002, Jon Scieszka founded the Guys Read Literary Program to help boys become better readers, better students, and better guys. And in early 2008, he was named for the first ever National Ambassador for Young People's Literature by the Library of Congress. As an ambassador, Scieszka toured the country to raise awareness about the importance of children's literature in supporting every child intellectually and emotionally, and to foster a lifelong joy of reading. Besides, he got a pretty cool medallion out of it too. He was born in Flint, Michigan in 1954. He was one of 6 Scieszka brothers who grew up wrestling in the living room, fighting at the dinner table, and taping up his baby sister. During his Catholic school years, Jon told jokes in the back of class, but managed to steer clear of the nuns' rulers. After attending the Culver Military Academy for high school, Scieszka studied pre-medicine at Albanian College in Michigan. He's received numerous rejection letters for his by children's publishers until his wife put him in touch with the illustrator Lane Smith, and together they've made history. So today his books, as we mentioned, The Stinky Cheese Man is a picture book, and picture books are for all ages, as I always tell you guys. But the series he wrote that I want to feature today that I think would be great for you third graders is the Time Warp Trio. This is a great adventure series, and what's really nice about the Time Warp Trio is you don't have to read them in any kind of order. You can read them out of order. You can read this one or that one. It doesn't really matter. The one I'm holding is The Good, the Bad, and the Goofy. And this is a little bit about it. Saddle up, partners, for another rootin' tootin' adventure. The Time Warp Trio is back and back in time, living it up in the Wild West. Actually, just trying to stay alive is more like it. First, they're cowboys and being poisoned by trail chow, stampeded by crazed cows, and suffocated by foul cow fumes. Maybe they'll be better off with the Indians. The chief seems to like them, but why do these warriors keep staring at their scalps? Could this be the Time Warp Trio's last stand? Heck no, Geronimo. So that's The Good, the Bad, and the Goofy. Another title is, Hey Kid, Wanna Buy a Bridge? Have you ever had somebody say that to you? Hey, you want to buy a bridge? You know, it's a joke. So this one is, Hey Kid, you want to buy a bridge? Joe, Sam, and Fred thought they'd just stay safely in their neighborhood and work on Sam's newest invention. But somehow they've landed on top of one very high Brooklyn Bridge tower. Looking across to Manhattan, they don't see any skyscrapers. The Statue of Liberty is missing. So is most of the Brooklyn Bridge, for that matter. The Time Warp Trio has accidentally crossed wired. The book was Sam's invention. They've managed to warp themselves and their surprised great-granddaughters. back to Brooklyn in 1877. All kinds of things like light bulbs, photographs, and pro baseball are about to be invented. Or maybe not. Then we've got the wild, the crazy Da Vinci. You probably know that Leonardo da Vinci painted the Mona Lisa. Did you know that he also invented the early vision of a helicopter and a tank, and that he planned to execute the time warp trio for spying on his inventions? Sam's bright idea to look for the inventor of the book takes the guys to 15th century Italy to meet up with Leonardo. But it's going to take at least 3 more bright ideas, 2 magic tricks, and 1 great invention to get them out of trouble and safely back home. So that's the wild, the crazy Da Vinci. And the last of the time warp trio books that I'm going to talk about, and I'm sending you got each classroom a pile of the time warp books, because again, you don't have to read them in any kind of order. This one's called It's All Greek to Me. Joe, Fred, and Sam are about to go on stage in their school play about Greek myths when Fred's lightning bolt accidentally knocks their script into the book. The magic one, that is. Wouldn't you know it? They get warped back to Mount Olympus and land in the middle of a feud between the gods and the goddesses. Even though Sam's snappy insults gets him invited over for nectar and ambrosia, and Joey's magic trick wows the crowd, the boys know they better get home before their odyssey turns into a Greek tragedy. So, and that was It's All Greek to Me. All right, so other than the time warp trio books, I wanted to send some fun other types of adventure books that would be great for you guys' grade level. So I have a few I want to mention, both boys and girl type books. And I chose the first of each book in a series. And that way, if you guys want to start reading that series, then you can request for the next time books from that series. So this is Disney's The Never Girls in a Blink. The smell of salt water, a gust of sea breeze, and the bell-like ringing of a fairy's laugh are the only hints that something magical is happening to Kate, Mia, Lainey, and Gabby. In a blink of an eye, the 4 friends are whisked out of their ordinary lives to the most wonderful place of all, Neverland, home to fairies, mermaids, and now 4 lost girls. The girls don't want to leave right away, but Queen Clarion and Tinkerbell have figured out a way for them to get home. Will Kate, Mia, Lainey, and Gabby's fantastic adventure end before it's barely begun? And that was The Never Girls in a Blink. The next one is The Adventures of Joe Schmo. This one's Dinos Are Forever. Joe Schmo comes from a long line of crime fighters, but she's just a normal girl until she gets a mysterious package from the superhero's cape inside. Then it's time to join the family business. Gramps shows Joe the trick of the trade. Raymond the dog becomes a loyal and slobbery sidekick. And just in time, too. Danger's lying in the wait for the innocent citizens of San Francisco. Can Joe Schmo and her superpowered dog stop the evil? Dr. Dastardy and his deadly gang of dead dinosaurs? Adventures of Joe Schmo. This one's The Kid from Planet Z. Zeke Zander wants everyone to think that he's a typical kid. He just has to keep his talking cat antenna and ability to make himself invisible secret. That's because Zeke isn't really a normal kid. He's an alien from Planet Z, and he's stuck on Earth until his family can fix their spaceship. But trying to act like an Earth kid feels pretty weird, and home feels like it's light years away. This one's called Hamster Magic. Celia Willow is the baby of the family, and she's sick of it. She's sick of being younger and smaller. She's sick of never being taken seriously. So when Celia's hamster surprises the Willows with his wish-granting powers, she blurts out her deepest desire. The problem, Celia didn't exactly wish to be furry. Her big brothers and sisters can't let her parents see her like this, but they have only one night to fix things. How can Abner, Tate, and Derek reverse something as powerful as hamster magic before breakfast? So hamster magic. This is the second series of the Never Girls adventure. This is Finding Tinkerbell Beyond Neverland. When Tinkerbell gets lost on a mysterious island far beyond Neverland, it's up to Kate, Mia, and Lainey, and Gabby and their fairy friends to find her. Join the Never Girls as they leave Neverland on a magical and dangerous quest for a special friend. Okay. They're two different series, but have the same characters in them. And then the last book I'm going to talk about is called The Key Hunters, and this is the Mysterious Moonstone. A priceless diamond, stolen. When Cleo and Evan go undercover to help a rookie detective interview a mansion full of suspects, nothing is as it seems. They must catch the crook, find the right key, or they could be trapped inside this mystery forever. So, there's many other books that I've chosen for you guys in your classroom collection. I hope you find something that will grab your attention and you'll want to read over and over again, and maybe the rest of the books in the series. So until next month, have a great day.